This video is going to be tough to go over, but here's a graphic of the progression to get certain endings. I'm first going to start off with ALTANO Bal, do a walkthrough of the dream world to get to the Tree of Life, and I will show you guys the endings associated with the tree. If you're looking for a certain ending, be sure to check the timestamps in the description. Without further ado, let's get this started. In order to go into the dream world and get the better endings Vigilant has to offer, you will need to make sure you have 50 or more than 50 karma. You can use the eye Marukh to check your karma, and to gain more of it, I suggest doing side dungeons all throughout Coldharbour. So once you're done fighting Laza and Deathbringer Volar, be sure to use the key to go inside the Sancremor Angasel. When you run up all the way down this little hallway corridor thing, a ghost of Inquisitor Pepe will speak to you. To actually go inside of the dream world, go up behind this throne and slash down MOLAG Bal. Be sure to loot his body and take ALTANO Bal off of it. Now once you do so, turn around, look at the set, and activate it. ALTANO Bal will be removed from your inventory, and the gate to Aetherius will open. You can now go inside it. Once you're inside Aetherius, you may notice this MOLAG Bal statue here. If you have dreams activated on the eye Marukh, you'll have a checkpoint towards it. If you activate it, it will give you the option to go and take a peek inside of the crumbling stone statue. Be sure to say yes, and this will take us to the dream world. Once you are in the dream world, be sure to go up to this strange sand pile here and activate it. This will take us inside our first dream. In order to finish it off this dream, we just have to talk to Inquisitor Pepe and leave the room. Nothing crazy. I'll leave the dialogue here if you guys want to see it. Are you Pepe, the Inquisitor of the Elysian Order?
Yes, I am. Though my appearance has changed considerably. So what does a barbaric Colovian like you want from this old man?
Where's the stone? Where did you hide it?
So you're still chasing after the stone? It seems that even after centuries, the foolishness of people doesn't change. The stone is not in our world anymore. It's been carried away already. Thanks to you people, really.
What do you mean?
That war you caused. The blood of tens of thousands of people was spilled in all corners of the world. And the stone was finally filled with it. The long suffering was not in vain. After countless uprisings and as many plagues, the stone has been filled with the souls of millions of people. Your emperor desperately wants that stone? Well, it's a pity, but the stone isn't here anymore. It's out of your reach now.
Who took it?
MOLAG Bal, the hideous lizard king. He descended to the tower on the day of eclipse and stole the stone from us.
Tell me the truth. Where's the stone?
I already told you. Now even the fake ALTANO Bal is gone, and the people are finally free. If only Cesar would appear and guide you. But a man can't have everything.
Where is the stone? If you don't tell me, we will execute you in the morning.
This is what I'm concerned about. I held the stone too long. Now I'm just an empty shell without a soul. I tell you this as a warning. Learn from the monster standing before you, and stop grasping for the stone.
Yeah, this interrogation's over.
It is? Finally. I can't stand the smelly breath of you Colovians.
Yeah, so after the dialogue ends, all you gotta do is just walk up to the gate and it'll automatically open. Just keep following me to get to the end of the dream. After this dream, we will be taken back to the dream world, so just go ahead and follow my character and I'll get you guys to the next strange sand pile. Dropping down to this area, if you look behind us, we will find a boss chest. Be sure to loot it. Some good stuff in here. Be careful navigating down these rocks. You can easily take fall damage here. Just be safe. Be cautious. Please don't hurt yourself. Don't break your legs. I assume the Skyrim character is not going to like that. So once we get to this strange sand pile, just go ahead and activate it like you did the last one. It will take us right into our next dream.
How long have I been wandering in this wasteland? Under the blazing sun, my sight diminished, my tongue swelled, and my form motted. I don't even know why I'm here, or how I got here. What am I doing in this wasteland? My memory is hazy.
Yes, we are in Wasteland. We need to make sure we go up to this middle tree over here and interact with the bard's corpse.
A bard's corpse. Was this wasteland the cause of his death? Or was he killed by a vampire roaming this place? No matter. I will soon follow his fate, it seems.
Once you walk up to the bard's corpse, make sure you search it and take the red soul gem off of it.
When I touched the stone, I felt a burning pain, as if my soul was being sucked out. I wonder, is this stone the true nature of the vampire in this wasteland? Even now, after swallowing the souls of thousands of people, the stone is still not filled. Captured souls are swirling inside it.
After that dialogue, an NPC named Alicia will spawn right behind you. Be sure to walk up towards her.
Marukh, can you hear me?
Queen Alesh, what are you doing here?
Feel the stone. When the lost ALTANO Bal regains its splendor, this endless war will be over.
Why are you...
Feel the stone. Restore the ALTANO Bal and place it in the tower. This is your mission.
Alright, if you want to gain good karma from this mission, do not select I understand as you command. I'll show you what happens if we do say so.
I am counting on you. You are the only one who can do this.
Notice in the top left corner, karma lost. We don't want that to happen. Instead, select the silence option.
Is there a problem?
And then, pull out your weapon and attack her. After you kill Alicia in the dream here, if you look behind you at the tree, MOLAG Bal will spawn. Be sure to go up there and interact with him.
Useless flesh puppet. I thought it was good enough.
I remember again, vampire.
Is that so? But nothing has changed. You will still die in this wasteland. There is only one way out. Submit to me. Fill the stone with souls.
Now, if you have the Eye of Marukh on you, you'll have three options. We're going to do the Eye of Marukh option just to show you guys what happens here. Used to be immortal. What happened?
Ah, your eyes see further than most. So, what happened? Oh, it was a very long time ago. I do not remember anymore. But let me hear your decision. Will you submit to me? Or will you die?
Obviously, in your playthrough, don't submit to him, but I'm going to show you guys what happens if you do.
So, you finally understand. Then I will gladly help you out of here. Just let me modify your memory a bit.
You pretty much just get taken back out of the dream, you lose karma, and that's it. That's all that happens. But you can easily evade this by saying you don't want his help.
Death it is, then.
My third eye is already blind. My tongue is swollen and my throat is parched. I will not last much longer. My beloved Dulsa, I only regret not being able to see you again. I wish you a happy life.
As you guys can see, we gain good karma, and we also get taken back to the dream world. So I will show you guys where to go from here. It's pretty obvious this is a boss arena, especially if you keep walking forwards. You will see MOLAG Bal himself. This is it. We fight the Daedric Prince here.
Comes to an end. Even dreams that no longer who you are.
It's a pretty tough boss fight, probably the second hardest boss fight Vigilant has to offer, but it is doable, especially at this point of the mod when you're pretty overpowered, you've done all the side quests and whatnot. Just attempt to learn MOLAG Bal's patterns here, because he has some spells that are really devastating. I suggest definitely staying up close to him, trying to use two-handed if you can. Using archery will only force him to use those ranged spells that he has, so yeah, that's all the tips I can really give you. I wish you guys good luck on this awful fight. Alright, so once you defeat him, he has nothing on his body to of importance to loot, sadly. You just gotta go up to this last strange sand pile up on this tree. Pretty symbolic once we head inside this dream, too. Alright, so this is the point of the video where I'm going to split the sections into different endings, so yeah, Tree of Life, here we go. Alright guys, first I'm going to show you how to go through the Sheogorath path to get 2 different endings. To start, we first need to talk to Lamae Bal Path. This path, it doesn't matter what you say to her, just be sure to click through the dialogue options. The rest?
Yes, the end. It's such a sad and cruel story. Shouldn't the ending be inspiring and full of happiness?
There's nothing left to tell. They die a senseless death and the story is over.
Oh, what a pity.
After our conversation with her is over, we have a scene that can be skipped, but I'm just going to summarize it. Basically, Fasis, the vampire lord we met from the end of Act 2, will come up to tell Lamae that Lord Shore is waiting.
Then let's go.
Lamae will follow him, but before she leaves fully, she will tell us that
See you
she will
again.
see us soon. No, she won't. After Lamae says that to you, you can just wait 1 hour, and then we will have 2 items pop up. 2 items that lead to separate endings. First, we have the loot. Second, for some reason this marker is on it, we have the spawn. For the Sheogorath path, be sure to click on the spawn.
Once upon a time, when the Elder Gleam was still young, I slept in Kain's cradle. Nobody wanted me to awake, but in the search of light, I forced myself through thousands of roots and crawled out of the ground. The sound of a rusted bell calls my name, and a red eye looks into my heart. Everything falls into darkness, and there is nothing I can do.
After this very dramatic dialogue from the bard himself, we will be taken to an old forest. Yeah, we also figure out that we're a demon now. Be sure to follow me down this path. You will have Sheogorath talking to you once you hit certain points. So.
You are not Shazar, nor his prophet. You are just an imitation, a fake. Nothing but a pale beast of Sithis! The first cry of the stillborn king resounded like a bell. And all the wishes will be realized with blood.
Yeah, I don't know how fast he's died here, but he is here and he's dead.
When did insanity overtake me? When did the reflection in the water turn into an ugly monster? Who am I? Where am I going? What do I seek?
After this line, Sheogorath will spawn. Let's go ahead and talk to this madman, shall we?
You knew that. You should have known. And now, everything is beyond Oblivion! Is it not so? You don't even know who you are anymore!
I am.
Even burnt by stone, you won't let your desire go. Must your soul burn on and on, without ever knowing peace?
And here is where we get our two separate endings. If we say still, we get one ending. If we say enough, we get another ending. From this point until we actually get the ending, I'm going to showcase how to get the MOLAG BAL ending and what happens during it. During this dialogue option, if you say still, this will happen.
As expected from MOLAG Bal, a beast furthest from Shazar. Just weak, just wicked, just ugly. Oh, your black soul has finally reached Sithis. Welcome, our new sibling.
Sheogorath will disappear, and we will be teleported to the Tower of Sancremor.
I am a coward who can only live in eternally repeating dreams. From the very beginning, it was my fate to be swallowed by the darkness I raised myself.
A lot of the endings to this mod, they're pretty cryptic, and they involve some knowing of the lore, if you want to know what the hell's going on. But yeah, just walk up to Deathbringer Valor over here.
That Vigilant will be here soon. What is your command?
Take care of this matter, Volar.
Gladly. You can rely on me, my lord.
Now, walk up to the throne and interact with the mysterious red stone.
My name is MOLAG Bal, Prince of Domination and Enslavement, the one who burns his own soul and curses the world of the Divines. Everything repeats, even now, after I knew the darkness, after I overcame the darkness, after I died.
You will receive an active effect called the Repeater, which we'll go over here in a second. And in the hand of the MOLAG BAL statue, we can activate Stonefire. If we activate it, we will get Stonefire in our inventory. I'm pretty sure Stonefire just acts as a normal soul gem. If I'm not, please correct me in the comments below. And for the active effect called the Repeater, Magicka regenerates 5% faster. This effect lasts like your whole playthrough, so yeah, pretty cool stuff. That is the MOLAG BAL ending. In the Legacy of the Dragonborn Museum, if you get this MOLAG BAL ending, this is the display that will be built in the Vigilant room in the Hall of Oddities. The Dragonborn's ordeal in Coldharbour culminated with a final confrontation with MOLAG BAL, ending with defeat of the Daedric Prince of Domination. An ominous red stone MOLAG BAL used to gather souls through the ages is the proof of this battle taking place, and while the area around is secure, visitors are still advised not to linger around it for too long, as its thirst for souls is unquenchable. From this point, until we actually get the ending, I'm going to showcase how to get the ALTANO ending. Alright, so instead of saying still, we're going to say enough, and this will lead us to the ALTANO ending.
Your waking soul will forget all. And when it does, all will be as in a dream. Farewell, our forgotten sibling. Sleep once again.
After that line of dialogue, Sheogorath will disappear, and we will be teleported too.
Who was I? Where am I? This scorched journal told me nothing.
The snowy wasteland. Yes. There is a fox that likes to run around here. Be sure to follow that fox. He will take you to the correct place. I'm going to speed up the video because it's just us walking through this wasteland for a pretty long bit. Once we get here, however, we will see a guy chained up on this little column here. We can talk to him. You guys may recognize the name.
Stone, is that you? No, you are not him. Who are you?
I don't know.
So, just an empty shell then. Soulless and heartless. Pitiful.
Interesting. Well, we can just keep walking by him and keep
Leave,
following the
pitiful
fox.
wanderer.
Once we get here, we will find a shrine to Stendarr. Be sure to activate it to finish this ending.
I feel like I have lost something important. But now, it's all...
Wake up. Wake up. You have to wake up.
There we go. That is the ALTANO ending. We will wake back up here in Aetherius. The MOLAG Bal statue will be gone. And we really don't get much from this ending, sadly. We don't get Stonefire. We don't get a perk. So, it is the coolest looking ending, but you don't get much out of it. Just showing you guys here, I don't have Stonefire in my inventory or a new active effect at all. In the Legacy of the Dragonborn Museum, if you did the ALTANO ending, this is the display that will be built for it in the Hall of Oddities in the Vigilant room. The Dragonborn's ordeal in Coldharbour culminated with the final confrontation with MOLAG Bal, ending with defeat of the Daedric Prince of Domination. Despite them being victorious in battle, the Dragonborn insists that the vigilance of Stendarr and firm faith in the Divines are mortals' best hope against the ceaseless corruption of the Daedra. We will now go over Lamae's path and the two endings that she has to offer. Depending on what you tell Lamae when you talk to her at the Tree of Life, it will lead to one of these two endings. Let me go ahead and show you guys the funeral ending first.
Shouldn't the ending be inspiring and full of happiness?
To go on track for the funeral ending, be sure to say there's nothing left to tell. They die a senseless death and the story is over.
Oh, what a pity.
After that dialogue, Fastis will show up and Lamae will go away with them. And then we have the loot. The loot will pop up along with the spawn. Ignore the spawn for this ending. You want to select the loot.
Sometime later, her screams echoed across the fjords of Skyrim. I remember carrying her unconscious, violated body to the nearby camp of nomads. But she did not wake up again, and Nern lost a bright start of her life that day.
After this dialogue, you will be teleported to a funeral for Lamae Bal.
Once upon a time, when the Elder Gleam was still young, before it was trapped underground, the world was full of danger and wondrous magic. On that day, I shed a single drop of blood on her brow. I only wished to give her a peaceful eternity, but instead, I cursed her with the agony of immortality. The tears of blood will never dry, and no sins will be forgiven. The stone which led me to my fall, clothed itself in fire, and slowly scorched my body.
Yeah, I'm not here to explain the endings, I'm just here to tell you guys how to get them. So I might have a separate video over that later, but if we loot Lamae's body, we can take her wedding sandals, the rose of Lamae, and her dress. So go ahead and do that if you want. Kind of sick when you think about it, you're stealing clothes from a dead person at their own funeral. But it's alright. Anyways, keep walking this way, and to the right we will come across a campfire and a particularly familiar NPC.
How could you do this? Give them back. My family, my sister. Please, give them back.
The dead are irretrievably lost.
Curse you, monster of Cephas. Curse you, curse you, curse you.
After that, keep walking this way. It's a pretty clear path. You will soon come across the Daedric Prince himself. Also, a little Easter egg, if you look up on this mountain here, you can see an NPC standing there. Who is that? Of course, who else would it be? Anyways, yeah, MOLAG Bal, he's sitting here. Go ahead and speak to him.
Well done. This is your reward. What will you do now?
Depending on your option here, the one that you choose, you'll get a different active effect. I will show you all three of the active effects, starting with, if you abandon your name.
I see. I think you will find it is the same wherever you go. But if that is your will, no one will stop you.
If you say you're going to abandon your name and head out west or wherever, he'll get the culprit's active effect. Basically what the culprit active effect does, you'll increase your carrying capacity by 25 points. If you tell him your Skyrim character's name, this is what will happen.
It will certainly be amusing. I look forward to our battle.
You will gain the Prophet active effect. Basically what the Prophet does, it will increase your selling and buying prices by 5%. If you tell MOLAG Bal your name is Stendarr, this is what happens.
It will be fun watching him try. He should do his best.
We will then get the Avenger active effect. Basically what the Avenger does, it will increase our unarmed strike damage by 5 points. That's pretty much it for the funeral ending. I mean, MOLAG Bal's statue is still standing. You can't activate it anymore, go inside the dream world again. And for no matter what name you tell MOLAG Bal, you'll always get Stonefire. So, yeah, that's the funeral ending. In the Legacy of the Dragonborn Museum, in the Vigilant room in the Hall of Oddities, if you did the Lamae Bal funeral ending, this is the display that will be built for it. The Dragonborn's ordeal in Coldharbour culminated with the final confrontation with MOLAG Bal, ending with defeat of the Daedric Prince of Domination. As proof of this battle taking place, the Dragonborn took a trophy with the red stone, which was used by MOLAG Bal to collect mortal souls throughout the ages. Alright guys, it's time. Now I'll be showing you guys how to get the best ending to Vigilant. So without further ado, let's hop right into it.
Shouldn't the ending be inspiring and full of happiness?
Alright, so we're back here talking to Lamae. Instead of saying there's nothing left to tell, this time say I will think about the rest until the next time we meet.
Then think of something beautiful. Promise?
The same old will happen. Bosses will show up. Lamae will say goodbye. And the loot and spawn will show up. Ignore the spawn and be sure to activate the loot.
Sometime later, her screams echoed across the fjords of Skyrim. I remember carrying her unconscious, violated body to the nearby camp of nomads. But she did not wake up again, and Nern lost a bright start of her life that day.
You then will be teleported in front of a grave. Keep a note, you do gain karma for this ending, so this is the best ending you can get.
Once upon a time, when the Eldergleam was still young, before it was trapped underground, the world was full of danger and wondrous magic. But I will not bow down to the cruel fate. Someday, I know this suffering will pass and fade away like a morning fog. All the sins will be forgiven and all the blood washed away someday. Everything will be buried by the dust of history and become a part of the songs.
After that long dialogue from the bard, some music will start to play. Make sure you guys follow me so we can go ahead and talk to MOLAG BAL.
I don't understand. If you wanted, she could have lived again. Why? Why did you refuse?
You will never understand.
Wait. You still haven't told me your name.
Here, we will have 3 options. Depending on which option we choose, we will get a different active effect that will last for the rest of our playthrough. Here's what happens when you abandon your name.
Indeed. That is a pity.
We will receive the Liberator active effect. What the Liberator does, all it does is increase your carrying capacity by 50 points. So I mean, yeah, it's a pretty cool active effect. Now, if we choose the option of our Skyrim character's name, this will happen.
A good name. It will have a firm place in my soul.
We will receive the Successor active effect. What this does basically grants you a 5% magic resistance buff, so pretty cool. Now if we say we are Stendarr,
A strange name. I will remember it.
we will receive the Judge active effect. Basically what this does, it gives you that 5% resistance to shock. Pretty useful. Lore-wise, I'm pretty sure it makes sense too, but yeah. So whatever option you pick, whenever you're done, you just need to go walk over to this gate over here by the end of the path. You'll return to Aetherius, and you'll notice that the MOLAG Bal statue is broken. And I mean, yeah, that's really it for this ending. You don't get Stonefire with this ending, but you do get some pretty cool active effects, and possibly the best ending to Vigilant possible. In the Legacy of the Dragonborn Museum, in the Hall of Oddities inside the Vigilant room, if you did this ending, you will get this display right here. Yeah, personally to me, this is the coolest looking display. Absolutely love this one. The Dragonborn's ordeal in Coldharbour culminated with a final confrontation with MOLAG Bal, ending with defeat of the Daedric Prince of Domination. And not only that, during their journey through Coldharbour, the Dragonborn managed to bring peace to its cursed inhabitants, which is represented by the display before you. And perhaps, just perhaps, even the dreaded MOLAG Bal learned something from his defeat. Alright, so let's backtrack a little bit. Let's say before you even entered the Sancremor throne room or whatnot, let's say you didn't have 50 karma.
Won't you listen to the old man for once?
If that's the case, everything will play out as normal until you put ALTANO Bal into the set.
You did it. Perhaps precisely because you had to overcome so many challenges. The gate of Aetherius has been opened. And now, Aetherius is finally within my grasp. I no longer need this wasteland. I will gladly leave it to Jigalag now, if he wants it so much. And now, to Aetherius, the plane everyone dreams of. On this day, Aetherius burns. Watch how the gods of Anuiel meet their end.
After this happens, you will be transported to a MOLAG Bal version of Aetherius. If you continue walking up, you will notice something pretty terrifying. You will find the corpse of Stendarr himself, with MOLAG Bal peering over it.
This is all thanks to you. Stendarr is finally dead, and Aetherius is mine. I am most grateful to you. All of this is possible only because you opened the gate to Aetherius.
No, you can't attack him, sadly, but that is it. If you are below 50 karma, you will not be able to experience all the cool dream sections and cool endings that Vigilant has to offer, as well as some other things that you can't get if you do the worst ending. For example, if any other ending, when you arrive back in Skyrim, you will see a Khajiit sitting on top of a barrel and 2 little kittens. However, if you do the worst ending, you will not be able to have that, so yeah. However, in the Legacy of the Dragonborn Museum, you do get a unique display in the Vigilant room in the Hall of Oddities. It is unknown what exactly happened during Dragonborn's ordeal in Coldharbour, but after their mysterious return to the mortal world, it is probably safe to assume that a final confrontation with MOLAG Bal took place there. A strange, heavy presence hangs over the world, however, and mortals fear for their souls more than ever. Now, whatever ending you do, as long as it's not the worst ending, you will have the same aftermath part. So just be sure to come down this corridor here. And look to your left because there's a spell tome to conjure Borlor. So make sure you grab that. I'm gonna keep saying this. If you did the worst ending, you won't be able to get this spell tome. So, once you're done in Aetherius, be sure to walk up to this floating teal orb here, and once you walk in it, your character will pass out and reawaken in Skyrim. As soon as you wake up, you might notice a little kitty named Giovanni. But yeah, if you don't do the worst ending, you'll have this little aftermath scene where you get to see Campanrea and Giovanni reborn, and you also get to run into...
Ah, good. You are fine. Jazan is glad. Then at least he did not pull you out of the water for nothing.
Yeah, so we can get some interesting information off of him, so let's ask him about these kittens.
They are Arfik. They look like normal cats, but they are real Khajiit. They are as clever as Jazan.
Can Alfik talk?
They do not speak Cyrodiilic, but they understand it. A bit. Alfik have their own language. Even Jazan understands it only a little.
So are they your children?
But no, Jazan is a very sensible Khajiit. He saved them from the chick trader to help them.
What is a chick trader?
A slave trader who sells children. He kidnaps orphans and sells them into slavery. He is the worst among slavers. Even the Renraid Jacqueline do not do such things. Beware of the cat called Jazel. He is especially ruthless, both at buying and selling.
Did you name these kittens?
Jazan did not. They told him their names. If Jazan named them, all kittens would be named Jazan. Alfik are a bit different from the other Khajiit. Some of them are already born with names.
Did you pull me out of the lake?
Yes, that is correct. But Khajiit does not need your thanks. He got it from your pockets when you were sleeping.
Have we ever met before?
No, Jazan has never seen you before. Perhaps you have met Jazan's father or cousin. In Jazan's family, every male is called Jazan. This must be it.
Alrighty, so we can ask him what he has for sale. Basically, he sells everything he did in Coldharbour, including 3 of the cat rings. He sells the black cat ring, the red cat ring, and the white cat ring. So, yeah, I mean, he also sells some food, some lockpicks. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Nice little tie-in to Skyrim with Jazan, Capadrear, and Giovanni, so I love that. Alright, so for the second thing we're going to do back in Skyrim, we're going to return back to the Temple of Stendarr. Now with Vigilant 1.6 and beyond, I know there's like side quest stuff you can do. I'm probably not going to cover that for this channel. I'm just going to focus on the Coldharbour stuff. And yeah. Once we get inside the Temple of Stendarr, be sure to head downstairs into the basement, the library, whatever the heck you want to call it. And be sure to talk to Gwyneth. Yeah, for some reason, Gwyneth glitched out for me and didn't give me like the dialogue I wanted. So I just inserted a clip from my last episode of the Vigilant playthrough. There she is. Hey, I'm back.
Welcome back. I was worried sick about you.
I was worried sick about myself. Sorry I caused you such distress.
You are everything to us. What would happen to the temple without you? Anyway, I'm just glad you're back with us now.
She likes me. But yeah, you also have the option to talk to Gwyneth about a stone tablet.
I bought it from a peddler in Falkreath. I think it could be attributed to the Alessian Order from the First Era. The text is damaged, and I can't read everything, but it seems to tell about the return of Shazar.
Now, this tablet to the left of us is the one she's talking about. If you guys look at it, it says we can open up to Mathmalatu Priory. If we do so, we will find ourselves back in Coldharbour. So even if you guys didn't do all of the quests you wanted to, you guys are more than welcome to come back after you get your ending. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. But yeah, I mean, the last thing we're going to talk about for this episode is what happens if you go back to the Bruiant Mansion after Act 4. When you arrive, talk to Meke, I think that's how you pronounce his name, for more backstory on what's going on.
You are alive. This is good, good. Khajiit's very worried about you. Those Imperial bastards do not let your reinforcements into the mansion. Khajiit is furious.
Why is the Imperial Legion here?
That servant, Bal, caught them. Khajiit thought there was something fishy about him from the beginning. Supposedly, he caught the Legion before our arrival. Told them the Lord of the Mansion was killed by his political opponents. So that is why those smug Imperials are here now. They are useless. All they do is disturb us at work.
Interesting. So it seems like Bal called up these Imperial reinforcements for some reason, but...
Can't wait to kill another Volfrid's
Thanks, buddy.
boys.
Anyways, if we go to the courtyard here, we can talk to the officer named Kato.
This property is under the control of the Imperial Legion. Entry is prohibited.
I am a Vigil of Stendarr. Will you let me in?
Out of the question. No one is allowed in the mansion, especially not a member of some sect.
What are you doing here?
We are investigating an incident related to this property. A family with a seat on the council was brutally murdered, along with all of their servants. The mansion is closed in the meantime. Upon completion of the investigation, it will be passed down to the legitimate heir according to the Imperial law. I would ask you not to touch anything. You have no business here.
Awesome. Thank you, dickhead. Anyways, that is going to be it for this episode, and this will be the last episode of the main quest Vigilant walkthroughs. From here on out, throughout the summer, I'm going to be posting the dungeon walkthroughs, the side quest walkthroughs for Vigilant, and hopefully actually finishing this mod for once. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this brawl. I mean, that's it. I'm done. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, peace out.